Hello, everybody. This is Young Family Tai Chi long form, section 2. And last week we got to turn body chop with fist. So I'm hoping, since there are a lot of repeat movements after that, although there are transitions, I hope to get to cloud hands today. So that's what we're shooting for. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn around and we're going to practice from the beginning, cross hands, to turn body chop with this. And then if you have any questions, we'll work on whatever concerns you have, and then we'll go on. Okay? Okay, cross hands. Embrace tiger, return to mountain. Shift right, turn the left foot past the corner, but short of straight. Shift the weight back, separate your arms, pull in the right foot, swing, step, brush, strike, roll back, circle your arms as you shift your weight back and turn to the side. Press, pull in the right, attach the left, and press forward. Push, square up your shoulders in the front toe direction. Flatten your hands, come back over a ball, hands in front of your chest, and push to shoulder level. Fist under elbow. Shift back as you flatten your hands. Pull and turn. Right foot goes to 12 o'clock. Push down, release the left foot. Ward off with the left hand. Push away with the right. Step, ward off with the left. Step, grab, pull. Pivot your front foot. Change your footwork, make a fist. Push up with the left, punch with the right. Step back and repulse monkey. Swing, step, push. 2, swing, step, flatten, push. 3, swing, step, flatten, push. Diagonal flying. Turn, release the right foot, step and close, turn and pivot the left foot. Raise hands and step forward. Pull in the left foot, push off the front, root the right heel, and close. White crane spreads its wings. Turn your hands, pull down, shift your weight back, circle your arms, step and close, turn, step and open your wings. Left brush knee. Turn your hands, swing, step, brush, strike. Needle at C bottom. Yield forward. Pull in the right foot. Push off the ball of the left as you pull back. Change your footwork and sink down. Fan through the back. Come up as you turn your right hand, attach the left, step, and separate. Turn body chop with fist. Circle your arms. Turn your left foot to the corner. Shift your weight back and make your fist. Root, block, and strike, or chop and strike. Okay, any questions on that one?
Just one minor thing. On that last move, when I
Yes.
chop and strike, where's my right hand?
Okay. Let me do it the other direction and you will
Is it
see
in a
better.
fist
So
or palm?
your right hand is in a fist. You are chopping.
Okay,
So you're coming forward and let's see if I'm doing it from this direction. Okay, here. So can you see the right hand is kind of making a circle, but the main idea is to press down and deflect. Okay, it's somewhat circular, but it's pressed down and deflect. So here, it's pressed down and deflect. And when the weight shifts to the back foot, you make your fist. Okay,
okay.
then the coordination is back and forth. Okay, so when you're here and touch, you put the 30% on the front foot, and that's what gives you your power. Now, you don't put it all the way down because you're in a bow stance, and when you actually flatten this foot and transfer weight, you're striking. So you have it when you turn around. What you're doing is you're stepping out for a bow stance, even though it's an empty stance weight distribution. Okay, so it's bow stance, empty stance weight distribution, and then bow stance distribution. You see what I'm saying? So you have done this before in the sense that you have used a bow stance with an empty stance distribution. And when you did that was first section. You were here, roll back. Okay, bow stance. But when you came back, your weight distribution shifted to an empty stance weight distribution, even though your footwork stayed at a bow stance. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's what you're doing here.
Okay.
So this one becomes kind of a two-step because you have a chop with a heel touch empty stance and then a strike with a bow stance. So it's important that when you step out, even though you can step out to an empty stance and it feels okay when you chop, it's not going to feel okay when you strike. You'll feel that, wow, this is way too narrow when the strike comes. You know what I'm saying? So that part you have to kind of be careful about. So anything else on that one? Okay. Okay. So once we've done that, well, I'm going to go back to the direction that you would be doing it at. Okay. The next thing is parry, block, and punch. Now, you've obviously done parry, block, and punch before from the first section, but the difference is when you did it from the first section, you did it from left brush knee. So your left foot was forward and you did it with an open palm. So if you remember when you did it before, you were at left brush knee and you hands came to the center, and then you made your fist as you came down, right? Well, this time you are left foot forward, right foot forward, because you're here, and you already have a fist. So what you're going to do is you're going to shift back and move your hand up. So you're going to do this. And what that looks like is embrace tiger, return to mountain. When you went at right first knee at the end of embrace tiger, return to mountain, you did this kind of hand work. Remember? This kind of round, and then ending up with a rollback shape. So you're going to do something similar to that. You're going to be here, and as you shift back, you're going to have this rollback shape with a fist. Then you're going to come back and parry, block, and punch with a pre-made fist. So it's almost like what you've done before. It's just, you have to remember to do this little bit of a circle, and you're also in the center when you're pulling down, right? So very similar. So let's say that we're here and we do our parry, block, and punch. Now the next one is Chengfu, and Chengfu is a transition to grasp the sparrow's tail. So if I do it facing you, if I'm here at the end of parry, block, and punch, what's going to happen is I'm going to shift back and I'm going to do what is essentially a modified left ward off. Remember when you were at left ward off, your left hand was pretty straight, yeah, as opposed to right ward off. Can you see my hand shape is pretty straight? So that's what's going to happen here. What happens is I'm going to come out like this with a fairly straight left hand. And my right fist, which came from here, is going to be pointing, the fifth eye is pointing diagonally at the center of the left forearm. So why is it diagonal? Because it's preparing to open and scoop. Okay, so when you're here, what's happening is you're going to make your transition to right ward off. And what do you do when you're at right ward off? When you were here, and you were doing your transition to right ward off, what you did was you turned and then you pulled with the left and warded off at the bottom with the right. So if I were to do it in this direction, okay, I move my foot, pull with the left, ward off with the right. And you see that? And up and down. Then I'm scooping with the bottom, close and step, ward off right. Okay, so here with a modified left ward off, what you're going to do is here, you're going to step out, you're going to turn your toe, okay? Then you're going to pull, ward off, scoop, ward off right. So that's the transition from parry, block, and punch to grasp the sparrow's tail. Okay, so let's try that. Okay, let's go back a little bit. Let's go from the end of turn body chop with fist. So that would be here. Okay, and that way we'll do the parry, block, and punch and the Chengfu. Okay, I'll move back a little bit. So I'm going to shift weight back, start circling my arms, right? As I come to the center, I pull in, swing step, one line, two sides, parry, block, punch. Okay, so I'm right hand forward. Then Chengfu, I start shifting my weight back. I am warding off with the left and diagonally pointing my fist with the right. Then I'm going to shift my weight forward as I pull with the left, ward off with the right, step and close, ward off right. Okay, let's do that again. So from here, I just finished turn body chop with fist. I shift back, circle my arms, come down, swing, step, parry, block, punch, Chengfu, shift weight back, ward off with the left and pull diagonally with the right as I turn my left toe to the corner. Then I'm going to pull with the left, ward off with the right, scoop and circle, step and close, ward off right. Any questions on that one? Okay, so after that, we're going to do the rest of grass with Pharaoh's tail. Then the next move is going to be cloud hands. Okay, so why don't we do it one more time all the way to single whip? Okay, we're going to go, let's do from fan through the back. Okay, so then we'll do turn body chop with fist also. So from fan through the back, we're going to turn body, chop with fist, and strike at the end. Then I'll move back here. Then parry, block, and punch. As I shift weight back, I'm going to circle my arms. Hands come to the center. Pull down. Swing, step. Parry. Block. Punch. Chengfu. Shift weight back. Open to your modified left ward off. Then, so as you're opening your left toe. Then as you pull with the left, ward off with the right, scoop, close and step, right ward off, roll back, turn to the corner as you rotate your arms, shift your weight back as you turn to the corner, other corner, press, pull in the right, attach the left, press forward, push, square up your shoulders, flatten your hands, come back over a ball, hands in front of your chest, and push to shoulder level. Single whip, shift back as you flatten your hands. Pull and turn all the way around. Release the left foot, push down, ward off with the left, hook hand with the right, standing ward off, step, deflect, strike. So you have to remember to be vertical for the single whip, right? So the three moves we've already learned now. Left ward off, single whip and plant through the back are the vertical ones. Okay, now, cloud hands. I'm going to do it facing you so that you can see better. Okay, so if I'm at single whip, what it looks like is this. I shift weight to the right as I pull my right hand across and turn my toe to the straight. Then as I move the other direction, I pull my toe, foot back so that now I am shoulder width apart. Then double width. Pull in. Double width. Pull in. And then for the third one, essentially what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn my hips and place my right foot so that it's facing the corner. Then as I come here, just like the rest other cloud hands, I make a hook at the end. I pivot, step out, and single whip. So let's look at the footwork first. So if you're at single whip, I'll do it here so you can see. If you're at single whip, what's going to happen is you're going to turn this foot so that it's straight. Then as you move your weight onto the left, you're going to pull this one in so that it's shoulder width. You're going to move your weight to the right, double width. Come in. Come out. Come in. Come out. Then you're going to make your last one 45 degrees. So it's toward the corner. This is going to be your plant foot for your single whip. Pivot. Step out for a bow stance. Bow stance. So the trick for this footwork, Master Yang says that for a lot of people, they don't have a very good sense of whether their feet are parallel or not. So if you don't have that yet, what he suggests that you do is, when you're here, and you step out, instead of stepping out with your toe, which is what he would prefer, he says, step out with the whole side of your foot. Then you're sure that your foot is pointed correctly. Then come in. Step out with the whole side of your foot. Then come in. The reason why he prefers that you step out with your toe is that you reach better with your toe. You know, you have, when you're moving sideways, it's more comfortable if you reach out with your toe and then put your heel down. And you come in. Also, one of the things he wants you to remember is that you are not to go up and down. So when you are reaching out here, you do not come up and down. Okay, you reserve, you basically keep your knee bent. Okay, so you're here, you keep your knee bent as you transfer your weight. And if you keep your knee bent, your shoulders will stay at the same height. if you watch. And that's what you want. You want to have the shoulders at the same height. Okay. So that's all there is to the footwork, right? You just step sideways and step sideways. You're set. It actually takes a slightly lower stance than you think in order to get that double width when you step out. So very often in the beginning, people are stepping out like this, and you're hardly going anywhere. So you have to be a little bit lower in order to step out a little bit more. Okay. So that's the footwork. The hands. The hands essentially are alternating pull and ward off. Okay, you are pulling and turning over, and then you're warding off in the bottom. And you're making a circle. So you're warding off at the bottom, you're coming. When you basically get to around center level, the center line, think about starting to turn. So by the time you are at the 12 o'clock of your arm circle, you are here and you're ready to go into pull. So basically, you are beginning to pull at the 11 o'clock of your arm circle, even though that's the center of your body. So if you think about making circles with your elbow as the center of your circle, can you see what I mean? So the elbow is the center of your circle. And then when you pass your center, you're going to start turning. Top dead center, you're here, you're going to start pulling. And the way you do this hand turning is by rotating your forearm. Okay, so when you get to here, you start rotating your forearm, and then you pull. And you get all the way out to the side. When you get to the side, you start turning. And then you're starting to do your ward off at the bottom. You keep warding off until you pass your body center line. And then you're pulling here. So I found, for me, that if I use my pointer finger as the indicator, okay, when I'm pointing around my nose level, then I'm starting to turn. Then I'm here, and then by the time I'm 1 o'clock on my arm circle, I've turned, and then I'm pulling. Then, and when I get to the end, I turn over and ward off. And then start turning, pull. And then I get to the end, turn over. And you get to do this with both hands. Okay, so with the other hand, what you're going to do. So what happens is, if you look at the whole thing, when you're at the side, both hands are at that side. One hand is facing out and one hand is facing in. So as you turn, one hand is facing out, one hand is facing in, right? One in and one out. It's a yin and yang thing. And just to complicate things a little bit more, you are stepping and turning your waist, right? So what you're doing is, so when you're coming here and you're pulling, the first one you're pulling all the way across and you're coming in. The next one, when you get here, you step. As you come here, you step. So as the hands come to the side, you step. Now, how do the hands get to the side? The hands get to the side because the waist is turning to the corner. If the waist did not turn to the corner, you would, not have your nice rounded shape. So you have to turn your waist. And then as you come over, my waist, my shoulders are turned to the corner. Then I keep turning as my hands are moving.
Yeah, it seems like my arm movement is going around my elbows, that my elbows aren't moving much.
Right.
So am I right? I'm trying to keep a good body alignment and the elbows aren't moving.
Your elbows are not moving much. Well, they are moving because you're extending your arms, right?
Yeah.
So when I'm here, now the elbows are actually not moving that much by themselves. They're not moving that much relative to the body. It's
No,
that the
because
body is moving.
when you're extending your arm, your waist is moving.
Right. It's my waist movement that causes
Which
that
is what
extent.
I'm just getting. I used to
Yes.
think, oh, I'm moving the arms, I'm moving the feet, and
Right.
this is not.
Yes. So what happens here is you're coming across, okay? Then your weight is toward the right, okay? As you're moving toward the left and you pull in, okay? You're right. Your elbows do not move that much relative to your body, but your body is turning a lot and moving sideways because the feet are moving. So one of the problems is because you're so intent on getting to the end of your pull, you tend not to get the full circle on the top. In other words, you kind of cut across as opposed to actually doing that circle. You see what I'm saying? So if you're coming from single width, you come here and so the hard part of the coordination is when one is at the top of its circle, the other is at the bottom of its circle. So when you're, see, this is at the top of its circle, and this is at the bottom of its circle. The thing is, their circles are different because the elbows are different, you know, for the elbow positioning for each arm is obviously different. Their shoulders width apart, right? So what do you think? It takes a little practice.
A little, yeah.
But you get the principle, right?
Yeah,
That you're moving sideways, your waist is turning from corner to corner, your hands are making these circles where you're pulling while the other one is warding off, and then they're going to trade positions, right?
yeah, the waist movement was
Yes.
the most recent like epiphany. It's like, oh my God, I'm moving my waist.
Well, the waist movement also helps your gaze because you're watching as you're pulling your opponent, right?
Mhm.
So your gaze has to follow, you know, the dominant arm. And let's do a quick review of the last one, because so well, I'll do all three so to show you. Okay, so you're at single width. You're coming across. Then you're going to pull and ward off. So that's 2. And here comes 3. Step. So it's the body turn that allows you to step. Complete your cloud hand. When you get to the end, make your hook. Pivot the left foot. Standing ward off step. Deflect. Strike. So you're vertical and you're striking. And you end up looking through your tiger's mouth of the left side. Okay? So I'm going to turn around and we'll do a from single whip to single whip, and we'll do a couple of cloud hands runs. Okay? So from single whip, shift weight, turn the left foot so it's 12 o'clock. 1, pull in, step out. 2, 3, make your hook hand, standing ward off step, deflect, strike. How did that feel? Good. Let's do it one more time and then we'll do it from the beginning. Okay? So you're at single whip. Cloud hands. Shift right. Turn your left foot. Turn your waist. Pull. Ward off. 1. Step. 2. Step. 3. Step to the corner. Make your hook hand. Standing ward off step. Deflect. Strike. Okay? Let's do it from cross hands and then we'll close class. Okay? Cross hands. Embrace tiger, return to mountain. Shift right. Turn the left foot to the corner. Shift all the weight back. Separate your arms. Pull in the right foot. Swing, step. Brush. Strike. Roll back. Circle your arms. As you shift your weight back, turn to the side. Press. Pull in the right, attach the left, and press forward. Push. Flatten your hands, square up your shoulders, come back over a ball, hands in front of your chest, and push to shoulder height. Fist under elbow. Shift weight back as your hands flatten. Turn and pull. Right foot goes to the 12 o'clock. Press down, release the left foot. Ward off with the left, push out with the right. Step and ward off with the left. Step and grab. Pull. Change your footwork. Make your fist. Lift up and strike. Repulse monkey. 1. Swing, step, strike. Swing, step, hand to the shoulder, strike. 3. Swing, step, hand to the shoulder, strike. Diagonal flying. Circle, pull in the right, step out and close. Separate and pivot the left foot. Raise hands and step forward. Shift the weight to the right, pull in the left, circle your arms, push off the ball of the right, root the right heel and close. White crane spreads its wings. Turn your hands, pull down, all the weight goes to the left, circle your arms, step and close, turn, step and separate your wings. Left brush knee, turn your hands, swing, step, brush, strike. Needle at C bottom, yield forward, pull in the back foot. Push off the heel of the back of the front foot. Change your footwork and sink down. Fan through the back. Come up, turning your right arm, attach the left, step, and separate. Turn body and chop with fist. Circle your arms, turning your left foot. Shift your weight to the left and make your fist. Chop and strike. Parry, block, and punch. As you shift your weight back, hands come to the center. Pull in your right foot, swing, step, parry, block, punch, Chengfu. As you shift your weight back, open your arms. Your fist eye faces the left forearm center. As you come forward, pull with the left, ward off with the right, circle, step and close, right ward off. Roll back, turn to the right, rotate your arms, shift back, go to the other corner, press, pull in the right, attach the left, press forward, push, square up your shoulders, flatten your hands, come back over a ball, hands come in front of your chest, push to shoulder level. Single whip, shift back as you flatten your hands. Turn and pull all the way around. Press down, release the left foot. Ward off with the left, hook hand with the right. Standing ward off, step, deflect, strike. Cloud hands, shift right. Turn the left foot to straight. Then pull and ward off. 1. Step. 2. Step. 3. Step to the corner. Make a hook hand. Standing ward off, step, deflect, strike. How did that feel? Okay. Well, thank you very much for coming to class.
Thank you very much.
And hopefully practice. And next week is going to be high pad on horse and maybe the beginning of separation kick, maybe. We'll see. We may end up doing a consolidation one and then just doing high pad on horse. Unless people want to go on, then we will start separation kick. We'll just do the first one. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you.